The Chiefs newcomers have to hit the ground running in order for the Chiefs to get that win against the Baltimore Ravens this week in week number 1 on Thursday Night Football. Let's break it down. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ryan going rogue. This is my channel, RGR. Welcome. If you don't know me, like and sub, and you'll get to know the whole crew here. We're going to have a good time because football is actually back. And these guys are going to be on the block, all the newcomers. It starts very appropriately with the rookie class. There was a great preamble that we went through the whole draft process. If you missed that, go back and you can check out some of the draft content we had before for me and the rest of the team. But if not, let's get into it. You can get the gear and all the stuff. Just hit all the links below and you'll get us, including our sponsor, Autograph, which you guys will dig for free. It is the rookies. First and foremost, Kingsley Suamataia, who I expect to be a target, all part of the game plan from the Baltimore Ravens. He has got to get out there and get off on a good start. There's two factors here. One, I love the attitude because he said this week, hey, they like to play bully ball. We have to go be the bigger bully. And that's what it comes down to. It starts with him. He's a physical player. In college, you would say his strength was probably a little bit more slanted more towards the run than it was the pass. So he's going to have to fulfill that. And that is part of it. It's about being physical. It's about getting after the player and making them understand that your presence is there and you ain't going away. That's how you make an impact. And he seems to understand that maybe a little bit earlier than a lot of rookies normally would. That's going to pay off. The concern is they're going to run a lot of mental stress at him, simulated pressures, roundabouts. They're going to run stunts. They're going to do everything they can to attack the rookie because right now he's a weak link in the chain. They've never seen him on film in an NFL game yet. They've seen everybody else. They know what they have in Jawan Taylor, who I do think they're going to try to spook a little bit as well. But it comes down to this. The other thing that Kingsley Suamataia has to concentrate on is the guy playing on his inside, on the right-hand side. It's Joe Thuney. They're going to get back together. They've practiced together. They haven't really had any stakes, any snaps in a real game or anything close to it. They have to be on the same page. And for Kingsley, especially if they're running all kinds of different attacks on him personally, he's got to be able to listen and trust Joe Thuney. We're going to find that out real quick if they've gotten to that point in their relationship where the tackle trusts the guard. And he should. The veteran's presence should take care of that. They're going to do as much as possible to get that underway right away against the Ravens. But he's not the only one. Xavier Worthy's going to have to make that adjustment with Hollywood Brown out, and he is going to be out. It is going to fall to Xavier Worthy to push that part of the game plan. And part of that game plan has to be to push deep. There's a solid secondary in Baltimore. Particularly safeties can move around pretty well, but it's the corners that are going to be challenged. They have a rookie corner in Nate Wiggins that has nearly the same speed as Xavier Worthy. I expect them to match him up 1-for-1 for two factors. One, that they both time very well and they have that straight line speed. We'll see who plays better in practice, in applying practice in the real world scenarios than what they do timed on a track. We'll see what that difference is. But the other thing is the experience factor. Both of them are rookies. So you don't have that huge advantage about technique and understanding and fitting into your defense that they might be able to throw to Xavier Worthy. He's going to have to get off the ball cleanly. When they run him out of the slot, that should be better. But otherwise, he's going to have to get off the ball and not get knocked completely out of the route's original design. Yes, he's going to get bumped, and he generally can recover from that. He's better through contact than most people give him credit for, but he's going to have to prove it in this ballgame against the Ravens. So that's your two major rookies on the defensive side. Download the free Autograph app right now. You can watch your favorite creators in Chiefs Kingdom like RGR on this app, listen to the podcast and read the articles and get points for everything you do that lead to the big rewards. Download Autograph for free from our link below or use the code RGR. The big one on the other side is going to be Jaden Hicks because whether it's trying to come down and tackle Derrick Henry, who seems very primed to make his presence felt in this particular ballgame, or being able to be in the right place at the right time throughout the defense, that's going to be critical. You'd hate to heap a lot on the defensive side on a rookie in the safety position, but it looks like they're going to have to. It'll be very telling to see whether Chamari Connor starts in the nickel or Trent McDuffie does. Zay Flowers is likely to line up in the slot quite a bit. I won't say predominantly. It might be 50-50 split, might be 60-40-ish. But in the slot, That's where he has the advantage because he is as quick as he is fast, if not quicker. And that's where you have to make sure that you are protecting Shamari Connor and giving him some backup, giving him a secondary option there. Because let's be real, Nelson Aguilar is going to make his catches. He's not going to be the big threat. Rashad Bateman is going to make his catches, but he's not the primary threat. In the pass game, it's Mark Andrews, the tight end, and it is Zay Flowers, both guys that Jaden Hicks and Shamari Connor could see quite a bit of. They have to work together. Communicate will be number one in this game, especially for the young guys. And Shamari's only, a young player himself. Let's not call him a veteran yet. So it's about that communication factor and making sure that you're on the same page as your teammate when you're working across the middle. That's going to be very telling. Now, there's also plenty of room here for them to get contributions from new players that aren't rookies. In particular, with the Clyde Edwards-Helaire going to the NFI list, it's going to be Samaje Perine being the third down back. The question is going to be how much of that third down back? Will they let Isaiah Pacheco stay in on some thirds because Samaje is still getting used to the playbook, that kind of thing? Are they going to let Carson Steele have some reps? Most likely not on third down, but some passing second downs. I think that's in the offing. We're going to see what they say as the week goes on because I do think Carson Steele is going to get some touches. It won't be a lot probably, but he will get some touches. And so then that falls to the balance. Can Samaje get in there, be a passable pass blocker, which he is in this scheme, knowing the calls and where everything's going, and can he in particular get out, catch the ball, and gain some positive yards? He has yak ability. He can defend and block tacklers. He can make force tackles. He can force missed tackles. And that's going to pay off for him. That's really why he's here. We did find out that Andy Reid made the first call to go get him and to kind of loop him into the process. And that's important because that shows you how much that they feel that he can fit into this role when the Jet McKinnon has left behind. And we don't know the status of Jet, but it may be to the point where physically he's just not able to play anymore. And while Perine does not have the top end gear, he does have a lot of the same similarities in the pass game that they can utilize. I can't expect a 9-touchdown season from him like McKinnon had, but he will contribute. And the last guy that I'm really excited about contributing is Cam Thomas. And he really spoke about, to Matt Derrick, what he expects to do and what his role should be. So let's hear from Cam himself.
You know what? I feel like it's a match made in heaven, honestly. Coming out, I just, having that hand back in the dirt. That 4-3 scheme is something that I felt like what I was coming out. I felt like I was 4-3 end, and obviously ended in Arizona as a 3-4 outside linebacker, and I was very happy with my time there. I really like everything that they're doing out there in Arizona, but have that hand back in the dirt, it means a lot.
So Cam Thomas, I think he's going to be a rotational player, but he is much more at home with his hand in the dirt. And playing for Joe Cullen, I think, is a plus. Joe Cullen gets the most out of his players. The fact that he was there when he got injured, I think plays into part of the reason that, hey, sometimes you just can't get a player that you like, but Joe clearly was working him out hard to understand what he's capable of. And that's part of the process of going and getting him now. I love the fact that he's on this team. And quite frankly, with FAU, Mike Dana in front of him, he's going to get a rotational shot to play. I don't know how much in this first game, but I hope that it's there because they have to move and freshen this defensive line continually in order to get this win. Now, Dan and I are going to break it down for you and give you the game plan as a bonus content this week, so make sure you're prepped for that. It will be up before the game, so make sure you're ready there. I'll try to get it as early as possible on Thursday so you have that information. Don't miss it, and we're going to be live post-game. Thanks for being with us. Make sure you check out Autograph, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more, and subscribe to RGR Football.